On your side. News 12, first at 5, continues.
5 days after a deadly mass shooting in Augusta, all 12 named suspects are in jail. Shots first rang out Saturday evening at a motorcycle club on Sandbar Ferry Road in East Boundary. 2 died and 4 were injured. This man, 33-year-old Deja Dodson, out of the hospital and in jail today.
Now, all of these suspects are facing murder and aggravated assault charges. While authorities work to discover what sparked the retaliation, the city of Augusta is practicing just in case something like this ever happens again.
The full-scale active shooter drill has been months in the making, but this recent shooting has highlighted the importance of being prepared. News 12's Nick Veland has more on today's training.
Multiple agencies came forward for an active shooter training today at what once was the Southside Elementary School to prepare for the worst. AU, the Marshal's Office, FBI, the Richmond County Sheriff's Office, and more than 10 other agencies took the first step in this new way of responding to an active shooter situation. The response, called #StrongAugusta, comes from the National Fire Protection Association 3000 standard. 3 years in the making, those involved were finally ready to play it out in real time with actors to see how it would work if a situation warrants a response like the one today. Dr. Alejandro Baez has been working on this since day one. He says today is the first step in creating a safer Augusta.
There are a lot of social determinants to violence. So what we're hoping to do is, understand what are those opportunities, capitalize on those lessons learned, that gap analysis that comes through the after action, and integrate those lessons throughout the community and throughout the response agencies that are part of an event like this.
And coming up all new on News 12 at 6 o'clock, I'll have more on this training and how incidents in the past in our area make these trainings even more vital. In Augusta, Nick Veland on your side.
All right, thanks for that, Nick. It has been a wet day across the region so far. May need to take it a little bit slower than usual with the wet conditions. Have a look at the weekend rain chances for you in just about 10 minutes. Thanks, Riley. A former student suing a former Evans High School teacher, former superintendent, and Columbia County Schools. This after an alleged sexual assault on Valentine's Day of 2017, where then student Madison Cooksey says Scott Hooker, a teacher there, groped her. Despite reporting this immediately, Cooksey alleges that he continued working at the school, despite the superintendent being aware of Hooker's questionable history with females. Now we're hearing from Cooksey's attorney on the new lawsuit.
I just think in this entire situation, it was a complete failure on the Columbia County school system part, and all of this was reduced into writings. There are letters from Sandra Caraway that outline what happened and the order in which things took place.
And coming up all new on News 12 at 6 o'clock, we have an all-new I-Team investigation into Scott Hooker and this case.
Take a look at this video. A massive fire breaking out this morning at a construction site in Charlotte, North Carolina. Flames ripping through the building, smoke pouring into a heavily populated part of the city. This fire was a 5-alarm fire. It was so intense that beams were collapsing. Charlotte Fire Chief Reginald Johnson said more than 90 firefighters responded. A crane operator was rescued and had minor injuries. Also, 2 workers are still unaccounted for.
This evening, the state-bound Harlem baseball team preparing to hit the road for their championship series in Rome.
And on top of the send-off for the baseball team, Harlem's spring football game is tonight as well. News 12 Sports Director Dan Booth joins us live from the high school on a busy night for the Bulldogs.
Meredith and Will, despite the rainy weather conditions, Bulldogs fans are out here in full force. We've got kids throwing the football around, and as you can see, there are fans starting to line both sides of the road in between the football stadium and the high school, getting ready to send off their baseball team, who is 34-1 and going to their first state championship since 1999. So, in order to break all that down, joined now by Rodney Holder, the athletic director here at Harlem High School. Rodney, thank you for the time, and something we've talked about throughout the year. This team has a serious opportunity to win their first state title since 1986. How special has this season been, knowing how much success that they're having this year?
It's really unbelievable, and the energy that it brings into our school. The year got kick-started with football, having such a great year, and softball also, and both of those teams just, it was a shot in the arm, and it's just bled over into every other sport that we've had this year. It's just been a great year, and hopefully, we'll be able to cap off the year with 2 wins.
And for you, it might be a little bit more of a personal connection because your son Will is one of the pitchers on this team, has done a fantastic job this year and helped with the rotation and really helped put this team in the position that they're in right now. So how great has it been for you and for your family to see your son have this level of success?
Well, it's neat, and he'll be the first one to tell you it's a team deal, and, his success comes through the team. So, having a kid playing is special, but at the same time, this community is what earmarks this school and all these athletic programs. And, you'll see from the support and the turnout that we've got going right now, when that bus rolls through at 6, it's going to get loud. So.
Rodney, thank you again for your time. And as you alluded to, at 6 o'clock is when the send-off is supposed to be taking place. And it's going to be a lot of fun to see everything going on this weekend. The doubleheader against Ringgold for the state championship begins tomorrow night at 5 o'clock over in Rome at Advent Health Stadium, the home of the Rome Braves. We're going to have live coverage from Rome throughout there. I'm going to be over there tomorrow night, so that's going to be a lot of fun. But until then, we're going to have more coverage on the send-off later on this evening. But reporting from Harlem High School, Dan Booth on your side.
Thanks, Dan. A lot of excited fans out there behind you. You got signs being held up there. 34-1 is nothing to be ashamed of.
No. I see you, We Are Harlem. I see you.
A little surprise there. All right, thanks for that update there, Dan. Well, $3 million going towards preserving and revitalizing historically black colleges and universities in South Carolina, including South Carolina State University in Orangeburg.
Molly McBride explains how the funds came together to support 3 HBCUs across the state.
South Carolina State University, Allen University, and Benedict College are the 3 colleges set to receive $3 million here in the Palmetto State. The National Park Service awarded $9.7 million for a total of 14 projects across 10 states as a part of the Historically Black Colleges and Universities Grant Program. The Palmetto State received 30% of the total funding, was the only state to receive funding for multiple projects. Those projects include the Morgan Hall Preservation Extension Project and the rehabilitation of the Antisdale Chapel at Benedict College, the Coppin Hall Preservation Project at Allen University, and the Wilkinson Hall Pathway full rehabilitation at South Carolina State University. Representative Clyburn says he's pleased with the funding and released a statement that reads, in part, I applaud the National Park Service for supporting these preservation and rehabilitation projects. This continued support will help future generations remember the legacy of historic black colleges and universities. Clyburn has championed this program for years, successfully passing legislation to authorize it in 2003 and 2019.
A local artist's mural is being painted over, but he doesn't mind. Just ahead, we'll tell you why. Riley? Well, it has been a very soggy Thursday so far, and still rain will continue into tonight, but a little bit better heading into tomorrow. I have an update on the forecast for you just after the break.
Time and temp.
Next week, once again. All right, thanks, Riley. You may remember Addison Nide, a local artist who started restoring old Coca-Cola murals around our area last year.
A local business owner gave him an opportunity a few months ago to paint an original mural outside their store downtown.
And this week, someone started painting over his work, but Nide says that he's happy to see his mural go away. Arwell Volk shows us why.
Emily Bender is thrilled.
This is my first mural that I'm doing outside, so that's pretty exciting.
She's bringing her design to Broad Street, right outside the International Uniform Store. But wait, didn't there used to be another mural here?
I wasn't worthy to hold such a space, so I thought it would be really, really great to have just a mural where the community can really get involved.
Addison Nide painted over his mural himself. He wants to give other artists the spotlight.
It's great for me to step away and just let their artists do their thing and really showcase them.
Nide is turning this into a revolving mural. A new artist will paint a new piece every 100 days. For this one, he chose Bender, who opened her art business last year.
It's so nice. It's really special to get to put my name out there and do fulfilling work.
Bender wants her mural to make you feel happy. She based it off Tom Petty's Wildflowers.
I I danced to this song with my dad on my wedding day, and his 80th birthday is coming up at the end of the month. So I'm just feeling a little sentimental.
It's a special song she's highlighting during a special opportunity.
It's really great. I mean, my little inner child is so happy I get to be an artist.
In Augusta, we'll vote on your side.
And how cool is that? That's awesome.
I
To see
love that.
And Bender's piece will stay up for 100 days after she finishes it. If you're interested in painting the next mural, you can reach out to Nide. We have his contact information on our website, wrdw.com.
And what a great idea to change it every so often in that very visible spot on
We have
Broad
such a
Street.
talented community here, too.
We do.
You go out there and you see all those. That's so awesome.
Yeah, cool place to showcase it too. What if your smartphone's voice could sound like you? Ah, that'd be scary. Type out something and have it read in your voice.
No.
Well, Apple says you'll be able to do it soon. We'll take a closer look just ahead.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Lexus Acura Infinity.
Shanty can fix your system.
Shanty can fix it.
Your smartphone can already do some amazing things, and Apple just announced that soon you'll be able to make your phone speak in your voice.
Yeah, that's just what I need. Myself talking to me. What you type in notes or messages can be read out loud in your personal voice. And there's a good reason some people would like to do that. Our consumer tech reporter Jamie Tucker explains.
What the Tech, sponsored by Wow Internet.
The idea behind this accessibility feature called personal voice is to give someone the opportunity to have a real conversation with someone in their own voice, even after they've lost the ability to speak. Apple says you'll be able to use this feature in voice and video phone calls, as well as in a personal conversation if someone's in the same room.
When it rolls out, you'll be able to find it in the accessibility options within settings. Right now, you can have your phone speak text aloud by just highlighting some text and scrolling through the options until you see speak.
Your phone will read that text out loud using one of Apple's computerized voices.
But soon, when this feature is available, you will hear your voice reading back what you typed.
This technology is similar to one used by the a cappella group to help people who lose their ability to speak clearly.
To maintain their identity, to be able to continue to speak the way they sounded before. And it's very simple to do so. All we need is to capture about 10 minutes, 50 sentences of the person's speech before they lose the capability of speaking. And within 24 hours, we generate a fully digital voice, a text-to-speech voice, which can be used on any tablet, PC, mobile phone.
ALS patients in particular can record their voice in the early stages. When they type a response or question, the people in the room will hear their voice rather than the voice of a computer recording.
Apple says this personal voice feature will be available in a huge update for iPhones and iPads sometime later this year. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
All right, thank you for that, Jamie. We are looking at a little relief from the rainfall heading into tomorrow. Not as much rain Friday, but rain chances going back up leading to the weekend. We'll have another look at the forecast for you just after the break. And if you're a condiment lover, there's a new piece of tech from Heinz that you may just love. We'll see what it's all about coming up after the break.
Better have ranch.
Oh, Lord.
Baby.com. Click, click.
It's a sauce lover's dream come true, and you have two of them right here. Heinz has created this prototype of a dipping sauce dispenser called the Heinz Remix. It has sauce bases, including ketchup, ranch, and barbecue sauce.
Yes, it has ranch. Customers can pick one and mix it with flavor enhancers like jalapeno, smoky chipotle, buffalo, and mango.
Oh.
Those extra flavors can each be added at low, medium, or high intensities.
I'm so hungry. Kraft Heinz plans to start running this pilot program with the product in restaurants starting later this year. And you say you love ranch. I love ranch too. I think that's the only time we've ever done something.
Yes, this is our common ground, Will.
This is great. But say what you say about ranch. Why is ranch so good?
Because food is merely a vehicle for ranch dressing. I'm not talking salad. I'm talking fries. I'm talking baked potatoes. I'm talking
ranch
pizza
on
crust.
baked potatoes?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, instead of sour cream. Oh my gosh, Will, it's so good.
Riley, favorite sauce? Favorite sauce? Oh, that's tough. I would say if I were to get in on the Heinz machine, I do ranch with maybe a jalapeno kick on a high intensity.
Oh, I forgot
I'm
they
a big fan of spicy.
I'm a ranch purist, so I would put nothing in it.
I like ketchup too, so can't complain. But that's pretty cool. I need to try that
Spicy
out.
ketchup would probably be pretty good too. I know Heinz actually comes out with a jalapeno mayonnaise that I actually have in my fridge right now. Two thumbs up, pretty good. So yeah, test out the sauce machine right there. We got all your combos. We got a pretty soggy outlook outside of our Beach Island camera. Low hanging clouds, a few showers still across the area. Temperatures well below average today. We actually saw our temperature stay in the 60s most of this afternoon. 65 right now there at Bushfield, and you can still see a lot of green on our first alert radar network. Most of our South Carolinas are still dealing with showers. A little bit drier for some of our Georgia counties, but remember, if you do have evening plans, just keep in mind you could definitely see a few raindrops through tonight. The good news is, though, mostly dry for our Friday before those storm chances return Saturday and Sunday afternoon.
All right, thanks, Riley. That's all the time we have, but stick with us. We have much more news, weather, and sports coming up after a short break on News 12 at 6 o'clock. We'll see you then.